Welcome to Bet On It Conference Championship Weekend. Happy Wednesday. I am Kelly Stewart, joined by Marco D'Angelo and Gianni Corrales of WagerTalk.com. Gentlemen, we've only got 2 games today, so we decided to go live and make this one quick. To the AFC Championship game first. Cincinnati, a 7-point underdog at the Kansas City Chiefs. Current total on the WagerTalk odds screen is 54. Marco, I know you do have a play on that 54, which is going to be your best bet. So can you talk about the side here?
Well, Kelly, yeah, this is one of those ones that, when we get to the best bet, you'll see why I'm going with the total that I'm going with. But the narrative for this one's going to be anybody that watched the games last week, and what a weekend of games that we had, all 4 of them going right down to the wire, they're going to look and say Cincinnati was lucky to advance. And Kansas City, I mean, what an epic game with Buffalo. So is anybody really going to want to take Cincinnati this week? If I'm looking at the side in this one, Kelly, I got to look at the dog here. And how many times have we seen it when you get the 2 marquee guys in the game before the championship? You get the narrative, oh, well, the Super Bowl was decided, the AFC representative was decided last week, not this week in the championship game. And I am just sitting around waiting to see if we get the hook on Cincinnati. I do like Cincinnati, but I'm waiting for the hook. I want the hook and get the 7.5, and that'll be me.
Don't you think that's exactly what we're all waiting for? Last week, I was waiting for that line to drop with the Rams so I could put it in one of my open teasers. If the Bengals hit 7.5, I'm going to be probably on the Chiefs in that one, down to -1.5. VR, your thoughts on this one? These two just played a couple short weeks ago. Cincinnati got the win over Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes played great. The Kansas City defense had a couple blunders that cost them the game. And that kind of makes me wonder here, is the whole world going to want to back the Bengals?
I went back and I dug into that box score, and there weren't really outliers. Both teams played the way they were supposed to, meaning 2 weak defenses, and both offenses were able to kind of light it up. And turnovers are going to cost one team rather than the other. But with all that said, so our lovely viewers out there, all our supporters could manage their risk. Here's the disclaimer. I haven't placed a bet yet on this conference championship weekend. I'm going to tell you that the game that I really love as my best bet, but this game isn't there yet. Here's what I will tell you, because I don't want to give a side or a total and then end up loving something by Sunday, because like last week, I had a great weekend and I didn't get down early. I'll have a lot of props. Once more props start coming in, you start to see how wise guys expect the game to unfold, and it starts to make a lot more sense. And for me, it was able to open so many opportunities for us last weekend. So I'm hoping the same transpires. Here's where I stand. This is what we know. It's the conference championship weekend. We're supposed to pick the winner, and they cover the spread, meaning points aren't supposed to matter. Over the last 40 conference championships, the straight up winner is 38-2 ATS. So the points haven't mattered. Over the last 7 years, we know the home team is 11-3 straight up in this spot. They've gone on to only go 9-5 against the spread. Wait, only? That's 65%. Well, when you got it over 85% win rate, the least you can do is cover, almost 2 out of 3 bets. So there's a lot to like as far as pick the winner, cash a ticket. And even more so when you look at the AFC side, over the last 15 AFC championship games, the winner is the home team is 13-2 straight up. So they've won 13 of 15 of the last AFC championship games. And that's also 10-5 ATS. So 67% against the spread. A ton of trends with a fundamental reason to continue. Your home on Championship Sunday, which means you're probably the 1 seed, which means you're probably the top power rated team in football, 1A or 1B, which means you're probably going to win the game and cover. But here's the problem I'm having, Kelly, and this is so important. So no, I am not going long. Here's what matters. This game is the example of sports betting, of the problem we face every day. If this was NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, it would be so easy. We bet Kansas City to win the series and we cash a ticket. We make a nice ROI because the cream's going to rise to the top. Kansas City's better. Kansas City's at home. Kansas City has the experience, and Kansas City should be here. On the flip side, Cincinnati isn't even a top 10 power rated team. They were the only team in their division to have a positive point differential. Hear me out. There's 4 championship teams right now. They're the only one standing where no other team in their division had a positive point differential in the season. For Kansas City, 3 of the 4 teams in the division. For San Francisco and the Rams, all 4 teams had positive point differentials. So Cincy's the one team that shouldn't be here. We know that. Here's the problem, though. They're only playing 1 game. They're not playing 7. And there's randomness involved in the outcome of 1 game. There's going to be turnovers. There's going to be missed calls. There's going to be things that we cannot control. That means that the inferior opponent can win this game or at the very least cover it. That's the problem I'm having. Everything tells me take Kansas City. Everything tells me this offense is going to put up 30 plus points easily against a defense like Cincinnati that's 21st in success rate against the run, 14th in success rate against the pass. You're going up against the number 1 offense at home? Are you kidding me? They're not going to put up 30 plus points. That's the problem I'm having, that the back door in sports is there. They're getting 7 points. We know that's a lot. And 1 game, there's a ton of randomness, but there is absolutely nothing that tells me the Kansas City Chiefs should not represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. And there is no argument to make that if Cincinnati does so, they are the best team in the AFC. They're not the 2nd best. They're not the 3rd best. They're not the 4th best. They're not the 5th best. They're probably not even the 6th or 7th best team in the AFC yet. Yes, they have a future with that team, but that team we saw this year is not the best team in the AFC. Absolutely not. So if we go by history and trends, Kansas City's the easy side. I'm teasing them right now. If the game was going off in 30 minutes, I'm teasing them with my best bet because I know on Conference Championship Sunday, teasers should be charging me minus 150 to minus 175. At least that's what history tells us. And that's why bookmakers that'll take a $50,000 or a $5,000 teaser any Sunday of the NFL season won't take more than a nickel this Sunday afternoon. So if you could tease games, look to tease on this is that Sunday where actually the VIG does make sense. Win or lose, you're actually getting the best of it.
Wow.
Sorry to go.
Some
I
knowledge
think
there.
that was well worth it. That was a well worth it.
No, I absolutely agree, VR, because you're telling me that Marco and I don't have to wait for that 7.5 because what we've seen from championship weekend in years past, plus the price differential of you saying it should be minus 150.
It doesn't matter.
All right, then I guess I'm putting Kansas City in that other open teaser right now. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's time to talk NFC Championship.
Sign up for the free WagerTalk Text Club to gain access to free plays and exclusive discounts. Just text WagerTalk to 33222 to sign up and get a $10 coupon to use on WagerTalk.com.
Lock in all sports, all plays, all 5% best bets from now until Super Bowl 57 on February 12, 2023 from your favorite WagerTalk handicapper for only $1,199 versus a regular price of $1,999 for one total savings of $800. This limited time super discount comes out to less than $100 per month and only $3.28 per day. As an added bonus, your all access starts immediately. So the sooner you buy before Super Bowl 56, the more additional days you will get for free. Just go to WagerTalk.com, choose your favorite handicapper to lock in, and don't forget there is no limit to the amount of handicappers you can redeem our Super Bowl to Super Bowl offer on.
Welcome back to Bet On It. It's now time to talk about the NFC Championship game. The San Francisco 49ers, 3.5-point dogs at the LA Rams. Total 46.5. I've got a fun story because I know VR and I have a best bet on this game. So, Marco, I'm going to kick it to you first.
All right, Kelly. Well, you know what? I am going to break one of my rules. And, we talk about, defenses and, taking the points. But if you remember when we started the playoffs, when my first loss, when I took Arizona against the Rams, I said, if the Rams get by Arizona in week 1, they will be going to the Super Bowl. And I am sticking with that. Last week, I had the big 5% play on the Rams, and they delivered. Matthew Stafford, what can you say? What a game he had last week. And what I was more impressed about with Matthew Stafford is when Tom Brady came back and tied the game, he didn't push the panic button. He took them down the field and got that game-winning field goal. Now, I know San Francisco's had the Rams number, but I'll tell you what, right now, the Rams are brimming with confidence, and Matthew Stafford is the key to that. All the pressure in the world was on him because this team's been here before and couldn't get over the hump, and everybody said they needed a quarterback. Well, they went out and got him, and Matthew Stafford delivered last week. And let's go back and look at the 2 games that San Francisco beat them during the season. Well, if you go back to the first meeting, that Monday night game at home, that was just an absolute ass whooping, no other way to look at it. But the Rams weren't playing good football at the time. And then at the end of the season, that game meant more to San Francisco than it did to the Rams. San Francisco was jockeying to get into the playoffs. They had to win their games down the stretch just to make the playoffs. And San Francisco, if you remember in that game, trailed 17-0 and then was able to come back and get the win. Now, everybody's going to look and say, Jimmy Garoppolo did absolutely nothing last week, and he really didn't. That's the fact. And San Francisco won the game with their defense. Really, not so much the defense, but the special teams. Blocking the field goal in the first half and then blocking a punt late in the game to get them the touchdown. The Rams will put pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. If he falls behind, I just don't trust Jimmy G to carry the team to have to trade points with Matthew Stafford. I like the Rams. I'm going to stick with them. I hope the love continues for the 49ers is that live dog, because I would love to see this get to 3 with the Rams, but I'm looking at I'm looking at the Rams. I'm sticking to the story I started the playoffs with. Rams make the Super Bowl.
All right, VR, because you and I have a best bet on this game. We'll talk about it at the end of the show, but I wanted to touch on something that I've seen Ralph Michaels tweet before, and it's talking about bar bets. Yesterday, I'm at my dad's house. We're having a great time. And a couple of the guys know what I do for a living, and a couple of the guys don't. And one of the Bucs fans from across the way said the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. I said, I got a nickel that says they don't. And he's rushing over to the ATM, plops down $500, and I said, you want to just bet me straight up. I get the other 3 teams. I get the Kansas City Chiefs. I get the Cincinnati Bengals, and I get the San Francisco 49ers. If any one of those teams besides the LA Rams wins the Super Bowl, even money. He goes, absolutely. Puts it in an envelope. Bartender takes it behind the bar, shoves it under the cash register, and I was just completely floored. So I'd like you to touch on that. Why? Not only was it a hilarious experience, but the current market's plus 375 on the Rams VR. And tell people why at home, if they've got friends that are fans, that is a great bet to make.
That's exactly what I talk about when I say find someone that'll give you plus 101 on a coin flip for the rest of your life and you'll never have to work. You just keep flipping a coin against them because you're getting a penny for every dollar when it should be 50-50. You should be getting nothing on the dollar. This guy's willing to give you 3 of the 4 teams at even money. To me, absolutely. Again, that's a fan, not a sports bettor, and that's exactly what you hope for as a sports bettor, to take advantage of that type of. Again, I don't mean to knock it because they could be more knowledgeable about their team, but they just don't have the knowledge to turn that into profit at the sports book. It's a much different animal, and that's what I always say. That's why you see so many professional athletes can't make money betting sports, let alone their own sport, because they didn't spend 20 years in the markets. They spent 20 years killing themselves to be peak athletes. When you're doing that 24 hours a day to be the elite athlete which the NFL, NBA, MLB, all of them are, you don't have time to sit there and study betting lines and whether you should buy a half a point and what it's worth and what you tease. Are you kidding me? It's just impossible. So you're going to throw them into that den of wolves and you think they're going to make money? They're going to walk out of there naked, without their wallet, without anything, because they're just two different worlds, man, that we live in. I'm sorry. That's just the bottom line, Kel. Great bet there. You got to take it every time.
Every time. And when he left, my dad goes, "So you hate the Rams that much, huh?" I said, "No, Dad, I just guaranteed myself money."
Exactly.
They're going to be an underdog to the Chiefs.
You placed a great bet. The outcome doesn't matter anymore. He gave you, 3-1 on a coin flip, 5-1 on a coin flip. It don't matter what the coin comes up. Unless it's two-headed, you're gold.
Exactly. And let's not talk about heads versus tails. I'm still a little sensitive from Monday night. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, it's time for Best Bets.
Have you checked out all the new handicappers at WagerTalk? If not, here's your chance. You can take 50% off your first daily or 3-day all-access purchase at WagerTalk using coupon code TRYWT. Our new roster of experts is 30 deep, covering sports from all around the world, giving you tons of options to choose from. All you have to do to redeem this offer is go to WagerTalk.com, choose a handicapper of your choice, and use coupon code TRYWT at checkout, saving 50% on your first purchase. Lock in all sports, all plays, all 5% best bets from now until Super Bowl 57 on February 12, 2023 from your favorite WagerTalk handicapper for only $1,199 versus a regular price of $1,999 for one total savings of $800. This limited time super discount comes out to less than $100 per month and only $3.28 per day. As an added bonus, your all access starts immediately, so the sooner you buy before Super Bowl 56, the more additional days you will get for free. Just go to WagerTalk.com, choose your favorite handicapper to lock in, and don't forget there is no limit to the amount of handicappers you can redeem our Super Bowl to Super Bowl offer on. Each and every Wednesday at SportsMemo.com, you will get a 33% discount on everything you fit into your cart using coupon code CART33 when checking out. Whether it's a daily package, a 1-day all access, a 3, 7, or 30-day package, a full season of sports of your choice, or a full 12-month from your favorite handicapper, you will save 33% using coupon code CART33 on Fill Your Cart Wednesday. You can fill your cart as many times as you want each and every Wednesday, and even better, coupon code CART33 never changes and will become active each week at 12:01 and last until the clock strikes midnight.
Welcome back. It's now time for Best Bets. And I don't want to go head-to-head with Marco here, but I will preface this. I don't love anything this weekend. I worked really hard yesterday to try to figure out if there was something I could come up for a best bet, and this happened to be it. Yes, I will be betting it, but not for a significant amount. And the reasons are it's because of everything that Marco said. I do have my concerns with Jimmy G going toe-to-toe with Matt Stafford, and that is not the type of game I want here on Sunday night. I need the 49ers defense to do what they did to Aaron Rodgers, to Matt Stafford. And that's a big ask, right? It really is. I think the narrative is, look, the Niners didn't even score a touchdown last week. It was such a low-scoring, boring game. But that defense really came to play. I'm hoping for a healthy Trent Williams and a healthy Deebo Samuel. So they should be playing. But as I mentioned, the key here is the better defense plus the points. I'm with VR. I'm going to let him go next. Normally I'd go to Marco because I want him to add on this. And this is something he said during the break, and I already gave away his best bet. But something here versus the 3.5 versus the money line. VR, go ahead and couple on our best bet for this week.
Yeah, I touched on all the trends that show the point spread doesn't matter this week. But if you are focused on the point spread and it's around that key 3, here's what you got to remember. Here's the bottom line. At -3.5, even money equals 3 minus 121. So if you're waiting for 3 minus 125 and you could get 3.5 even money, bet that now at 3.5 even money. Like getting it down to 3. If your bookie's going to go to 3 minus 125, you're not going to get a better bet than at 3 even money. Now, if you're able only to get -3.5 minus 105, Now that should be minus 128. So there, if you could get 3 minus 125, you're better off waiting. There, like, it's so key around 3 when you get that number. But again, for myself, I like the underdog, so it really don't matter. And I don't think the points are going to matter in this game. Now, for the show, I want to chalk up hopefully another W, and I'll take the 3.5. But I think this has money line written all over it, and here's why. Now, forget about it. We know Cincinnati's is the phony dollar bill, the $3 bill in the room. Even if they win and go on to win the Super Bowl, they're undeserving. We know that. As far as they're not the best team in football. That's not the case here. We're looking at arguably 2 of the top 5 best teams in the NFL. That's where I'm certain I'm getting the best of it. That's what makes this game so easy. Let me put the X's and O's aside and just speak as logical and reasonable as I can. We've seen these 2 teams play twice this year. I say all the time, don't put too much stock into any single outcome, right? Okay, we have 2 outcomes here, so maybe we'll put a little more stock there. What did we see? Well, San Francisco won both games. Now we look at home field advantage. Do the Rams have a strong home field advantage? I don't know. They went 8-2 on the road. They went 6-3 at home. Let's do the point differential and find out. Do they have a greater point differential on the road or at home? If it's on the road, then the advantage is obviously on the road, not at home, correct? That's what home field advantage is, meaning you're scoring more than your opponent. That home field matters. So that's not the case. I look at the San Francisco side. They're 4-4 at home and 8-3 on the road. They're even better on the road than they are at home. So there's no home field advantage here. If there is, what is it? How many points can it possibly be? So we have a team that's won twice already, okay? We have almost no home field advantage, and then we have a 3.5-point spread. Even if these teams are equal, you're getting the best of it. If the Rams are 1 point better, you're getting the best of it. If the Rams are 2 points better, you're getting the best of it. Do you see where I'm going with this? At plus 3.5, this was such an easy bet. It's such an easy bet to make. That's why when it opened at 4.5, it got bet to 4 and it got bet to 3.5. Because just logic alone let those wise guys know there's not a power rating on the planet that's going to make the Rams 4.5 points better at home than San Francisco. There's no home field advantage big enough for that to be the case. So again, I'm going to take San Francisco plus 3.5 because I just think line value wise, it doesn't get better than this. But then finally, if the X's and O's do matter, here's what they tell me. Offensively, San Francisco, 17th rushing, 11th passing success rate. Not the best, but it's up there, 13th above average. The Rams, 20th rushing success rate, 3rd against passing. I'll give them the pass. Unfortunately for them, they're 18th rushing success rate defensively, 16th passing success rate defensively. And look on the flip side of that coin, San Francisco, number 4 offensive success rate against the rush. Defensive success rate against the rush. Number 4 defensive success rate against the pass. You're looking at one of the best defenses on the planet against the rush, against the pass, getting points against a mediocre, below average defense. We have the data right here. They're below 15th. They're below the second half against the pass. They're in the second half of the NFL against the rush. We have that. So again, the Rams could go out there and win this game. That's the randomness of an individual game. But I am going to sleep so comfortably knowing San Francisco plus 3.5 gives me the best of it. And that's all I could ever hope for as a sports bettor. Go Niners.
Go Niners. Marco, I'm super excited because I feel like this is the ultimate contrarian play. Like I know I'm going to tail you on it, and it just makes me nauseous already thinking about it. So please share your best bet for championship weekend.
Well, Kelly, you definitely said who it's going to be when you said it's going to make you nauseous, because is there anybody in the world that watched last Sunday night's game between Buffalo and Kansas City, and with a sound mind, walk up to the window and say, give me the under on Sunday? No. And these two already played. And it was a 34-31 game. 65 points were scored. Why would anybody bet the under? Well, I'm going to tell you why. And you go back to last week's game, and as high scoring as that was, and I know great call for, Ace's play on the over in that game. Remember, with just over 2 minutes to play, it was still an under. It was still an under. And if they don't get to score, and then the other team, comes down and has to match it, that game goes under. One team gets the ball in the lead, they're running the ball, they're running the clock out, and we don't have 25 points in 2 minutes like we saw last week. I am looking at this game, and if you look at Kansas City, the second half of the season, their defense played much better than it did the first half of the year. 2 reasons for that. Now, forget last week's game because that was just one of those games for the ages. But the reason the Chiefs' defense played better is, 1, they got a couple people that were injured back midseason, and 2, Andy Reid started to run the football more. He got a more balanced offense, which took pressure off the defense because they were on the field for less plays. Also, this is a game going to the Super Bowl. If you are the coach of the Cincinnati Bengals and you've got a guy that's still basically, just a few games removed from being a rookie, because remember, Joe Burrow didn't play the full season last year, and this guy doesn't play like a rookie. As much pressure as he had last week from the Tennessee front seven, he still had one hell of a game last week throwing the football. They're going to want to protect him in this game. They're going to come out, try to run the football as well, safe, short passes, things that keep the clock moving. They don't want to get into a shootout with Kansas City. And I'll use one of Ace's lines, like a prize fight. When they come out in the first round, they're not throwing haymakers. They're jabbing around and dancing to see what the other guy's going to do. And that's what I think is going to happen here. And when you've got a total this high, you don't have a lot of room for error if you have some long drives that don't produce points or settle for field goals. I'm going to go ahead and take this one under the total. Yes, it's ugly. Yes, you got to hold your breath and you're never going to feel comfortable with it. But this is the AFC Championship game. I don't think it's going to be the shootout that everybody automatically is figuring. I'm going under 54.5. And I'm going to say this. We're going to be graded at 54.5. Wait till Sunday to play this, okay? Because the highest total is going to come Sunday when the public gets involved and starts firing away. Because I can tell you, there's not going to be John Q. Public on the unders. Wait till Sunday to get the best line.
I like it, Marco. Real quick, that makes sense. You need 2 teams for an over. I like that. And I'm seeing that Kansas City team total start to move up. And I think the Cincinnati, you're going to start to see move down. I think those may be 2 good bets, too. Look for that KC team total over, Cincinnati team total under. Telling you, you do usually need in the 50s both teams to score. You may get your under, man. It's a hard bet to make, but I think it does make sense. Definitely makes sense.
Marco's absolutely right. We're already starting to see 55s pop up on the WagerTalk odds screen. So just sit back, relax, and wait until Sunday. We're going to take a last commercial break here. And when we come back, it's time for the recap.
Why pay the regular price when you can save money on every purchase with WagerBucks at both WagerTalk and Sports Memo? WagerBucks are now eligible for use on not just daily, 3-day, and 7-day passes, but all long-term and seasonal packages up to 1 full year. There are tons of options available for every budget and size of better. From low as $100 gets $110, all the way up to $2,500 gets you $3,000. Save every day on every pick you buy with WagerBucks. We know this business is loaded with competitors and copycats, and we are very proud and extremely excited to be one of, if not the premier sports betting information provider in North America. From a massive library of free picks and handicapping videos, daily shows, podcasts, and articles, our free live odds service, a team of the nation's finest sports handicappers supported with top-rated customer service. We pride ourselves on being the leaders in our industry, always looking to evolve and stay multiple steps ahead of our competitors. With that being said, we truly do want to let you know we appreciate your patronage. Moving forward, 7-day all-access packages will be reduced from $119 to just $99, and our 30-day all-access packages are also being slashed moving forward, going from $349 to under $10 a day at only $299. Our new pricing is already active and available just by going to your favorite handicappers homepage right now.
I know you guys are waiting for the recap, but first, I wanted to go over our overall records, college football and NFL show, because this is our last show until the Super Bowl on the season. I am 25-12. What a football season it has been for me on best bets. VR 62-50, Marco 64-51-1. Those are not the TV games. Those include the teasers, the barking dogs, the steam, sandwich, or trap games, and of course, best bets 151, 113-1. Thank you guys for watching. We love you. As VR likes to say, hit that like button, smash it. In fact,
we hit like 57%. I mean, you carried a lot of it, but overall 57%. Good Lord, with all those bets and half those teasers, like don't even play them. That lost. Wow, good job. Good job. Well done. Well done.
I will take it.
Well done, panel. Well done. Well done.
Absolutely. VR, I'm going to go over the recap. I want you to see if there's any gold available because I want to see some comments. We don't do the show live very often.
I got a ton. If they're slamming the like button, I got a ton. My card's done for the day. Ace is going to the dentist later. I got my card's done. I'm going to be for free.
Perfect. Well, get ready to rattle those off after I do this recap really quickly. I just got a text from our boy Ski saying, I knew you were going to be on the Niners. Well, Ski, how did you know that? Let's go to the AFC Championship game. Me, VR, Marco all say that Kansas City fits well in teasers this week, but Marco is going to be on that under 54.5, which is his best bet. And we're a little head-to-head here with Marco in the NFC Championship game. VR and I both like the Niners as our best bet. Marco says, he said he was going to back the Rams. He sounded a little reluctant, so hopefully you guys pick the right side, and we get that Niners money line cash for me and VR, that little extra sprinkle. VR, it's time for the leprechaun guy to come across my screen, and you give everybody some gold.
All right, here's my college basketball card tonight. So far, sitting at number 1 in profit at WagerTalk. Follow, fade, ignore. No 4% best bets, unfortunately. You know, if they don't pop out, we don't overbet. But these are all premium. 682 Butler +3. 694 Chattanooga -5.5. 691 under 155 West Carolina Citadel. 717 Abilene Christian -7.5. 1745 Sam Houston +0.5 in the first half. And 306-155 North Carolina A&T +4.5 first half. Notice there's no Gonzagas in there or Dukes or any of that. We're digging in the trash to find some value. And here's some more that these guys fired into accounts that I wasn't able to confirm, but they may agree with stuff you like, so may confirm stuff for you. I'll read off real quick. Won't even give the bet number, just the size. Vermont -8, LSU -9. Under 132, St. Bonaventure, George Mason. Under 132, Florida, Tennessee. Under 137, Navy, Bucknell. Radford +3, LaSalle -1, SMU -7, Providence +8.5, Arkansas -1, Boston Bruins +160 in the NHL. Again, that's what I got. And Goff, they bet in Farmers. That's a nice dog. 7004, Xander Schaffel versus Rom at +170. Follow, fade, ignore. Again, I gave out those college basketball, staying selective. It's been working for us, having a good January. Whether you follow, fade, ignore. Again, I just hope you guys cash. That's my goal for you guys, to make money from our information, whether you follow or fade it.
And this is what happens when I'm too busy writing down VR's gold. to remember that I was muted. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us each and every Wednesday. We will be back for Super Bowl. If you guys haven't watched the live show and you're now watching the recap, please like that. Hit that little button, just one for me. Jump in the comments, helps the algorithm. We've been helping you guys make money all season long. I want to hit that elusive 60%, but we got damn close. And next year, that can be our goal because 57.5% is pretty darn good for a free show. I don't know if any of our competitors could say that. Again, appreciate you guys. You make the show. Thank you for hanging out with us. Head over to WagerTalk.com. Get all of Marco and VR's actual plays, just besides their free stuff here, because these guys put in a lot of hard work. They kick a lot of ass. Again, thank you guys.
Lock in all sports, all plays, all 5% best bets from now until Super Bowl 57 on February 12, 2023 from your favorite WagerTalk handicapper for only $1,199 versus a regular price of $1,999 for one total savings of $800. This limited time super discount comes out to less than $100 per month and only $3.28 per day. As an added bonus, your all access starts immediately, so the sooner you buy before Super Bowl 56, the more additional days you will get for free. Just go to WagerTalk.com, choose your favorite handicapper to lock in, and don't forget there is no limit to the amount of handicappers you can redeem our Super Bowl to Super Bowl offer on. Each and every Wednesday at sportsmemo.com, you will get a 33% discount on everything you fit into your cart using coupon code CART33 when checking out. Whether it's a daily package, a one-day all-access, a 3, 7, or 30-day package, a full season of sports of your choice, or a full 12-month from your favorite handicapper, you will save 33% using coupon code CART33 on Fill Your Cart Wednesday. You can fill your cart as many times as you want each and every Wednesday, and even better, coupon code CART33 never changes and will become active each week at 12:01 and last until the clock strikes midnight.